Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. This is Lifestyle Critic, where we break down movies and TV shows into their core elements. And in this video we are going to be reviewing The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. Now this is a 3D computer animated adventure and it is such a brilliant film. I was such a big fan of the comic book series and in particular the TV series, and I just absolutely love all of the adventures that Tintin goes into. And so I was really excited to see what his big cinematic debut was going to be like. And it is so brilliant. It really does capture all of the fast-paced action, all of the mystery solving, while still retaining all of the charm and humour in there as well. Now, The Secret of the Unicorn was actually inspired and predominantly based on a comic book series, but they definitely put their own spin on it as well. Now, I do feel like the storyline could have been a little bit better, but either way, it serves really well as a bit of an origin story and as a bit of a franchise starter. By the way, 10 years later, still waiting for that sequel. Hopefully it will be commissioned soon. But either way, let's get on with the review for The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. So from a storyline point of view, the film starts off by placing Tintin and his trusty companion Snowy in a bit of a market situation where Tintin purchases a toy boat. He then very quickly has some very suspicious and shady characters wanting to purchase the boat from him, and then very quickly finds himself embroiled in a bit of an assassination situation and a kidnapping situation where he becomes a hostage on a real lifeboat. The film then takes Tintin on a brilliant adventure in very exotic locations in life and death scenarios with very quick-paced action, adventure and mystery solving along the way, which is absolutely brilliant for the storyline for the first ever cinematic debut for Tintin. So from a cast and characters point of view, the film definitely has all of the main characters that you would expect from a Tintin adventure, and also has them being voiced by brilliant actors. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have Jamie Bell, who does a really good job in bringing the Tintin character to life. Such an unassuming lead character as a journalist, but he just leads the film so well, leads the adventure really well as well, and you're really with this character as he's entering into crazy situations jam-packed with full of adventure and action. We then have Snowy, the really trustable and loyal dog companion for the Tintin character. And actually, Snowy really helps Tintin out in a lot of situations that Tintin finds himself in. We then have Andy Serkis, who does a really good job in bringing the Captain Haddock character to life. This story explores how Tintin and Captain Haddock first ever met. So there's a bit of an origin story from that point of view, but he does a really good job. And actually, from halfway through from the movie to the end, he's a bit of a co-lead along with Tintin. So Captain Haddock is brilliantly voiced by the Andy Serkis actor. We also have the pickpocket character. So from the first third of the movie, this character was really making everyone's life in this small area an absolute nightmare. So he was a great secondary villain for this film. We then have the main villain, who was voiced by Daniel Craig, and he did such an excellent job in bringing the Ivan Ivanovitch character to life. He was a bit of a combination of being really evil and also being really classy as well. And like I said, Daniel Craig did a really good job in terms of making him a really big contender for one of the best villains for a Tintin outing. And then finally we have Thompson and Thompson, the bumbling police officers who are a little bit clueless but somehow are able to do their job really well. And they add a lot of humour into this film. So from a cast and characters point of view, you have all of the main players that you would expect and some really nice new additions for this film outing. So from a visuals point of view, the film honestly looks absolutely amazing. The motion capture that they've used in this film is just second to none. It's so good. You know, Steven Spielberg is the director here. Peter Jackson is one of the main producers of this film, and they have truly created an absolute masterpiece from a visuals point of view. The film really is just go, literally every single second throughout. You're not bored for even half a second, as there's literally action throughout, and it's so great. All of the fight sequences are really great. The chase sequences, my goodness, absolutely impeccable. You literally feel like you're playing a video game. Actually, they did release a video game alongside this cinematic release, and it literally does feel like you're in a video game, as all of the sequences, especially the chase sequences, look absolutely brilliant. So from an adventure scene point of view, the visuals in this film are truly epic. So from a comparison point of view, like I said before, I was a really big fan of the animated TV series. I loved all of the adventures that Tintin would go into, and from a cinematic point of view, this definitely takes it up to another level, and the beginning first sequence of the film definitely has a nice nod to the TV series, which is absolutely hilarious. Like I said before as well, it does feel like a little bit of an adventure game as well, and if you've ever played Broken Sword or Uncharted, you definitely feel like a lot of that has been inspired into this movie adaptation, which is absolutely brilliant. It also does feel like a little bit of the young adventures of the Indiana Jones character, so from a comparisons point of view, you can definitely compare it to a lot of other media out there, but that being said, it's a very unique adventure for the Tintin character. So overall, I'm sure you can tell, I absolutely love The Adventures of Tintin. The Secret of the Unicorn, I thought it was a really, really great movie. Absolutely loved it as a fan. And the ending of this film literally begs a sequel to happen. And like I said, we've been waiting 10 years for a sequel to happen, so who knows whether or not it will actually happen. But you know, from a fan point of view, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought all of the fight sequences are great. All of the chase sequences are great. I love the fast-paced nature of the film. I loved all of the mystery solving, all of the action and adventure, and the visuals are just a true masterpiece. Like I said, there have been better stories for the Tintin character, and I hope if they ever do a sequel to this film, you know, they go back into the source material and really pull out the even better storylines that they can for this character. But as far as this film goes, you know, it was an absolute brilliant joy from start to finish, and so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.